Assalamualaikum and very good day to Dr. Siti Ayu and fellow audience. In this video, me, Firdaus and my team members would like to present our research regarding factors people involved in the gig economy during COVID-19 pandemic from UiTM student perspective. First of all, gig economy is a free market system where temporary and flexible jobs are commonplace and organizations tend to hire independent employees for short-term commitments only. Basically, there are three main components in the gig economy, which are freelancers are paid based on a specific task, customer wants specific service, and companies connecting gig workers to available jobs. The gig economy covers various economic sectors. However, the most popular sectors and commonly known sectors in Malaysia is the service sectors such as food delivery and e-hailing. GrabFood, GrabCar, Foodpanda and Lalamove are examples of companies that are connecting gig workers and the business organizations. According to the Department of Statistics Malaysia, there are many people engaging in the gig economy from year to year. In 2017, gig workers surpasses the growth of conventional workers with 31%, while in 2018, it was recorded that more than 20.8 million people were self-employed, which covers more than 19% from 14.8 million employed people in Malaysia. In 2019, the well-known food delivery recorded 10,000 and 13,000 riders for GrabFood and Foodpanda respectively. These numbers keep increasing, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite being one of the increasingly popular alternatives to earn money, gig workers face several challenges during the pandemic where their salary would depend on the demand and availability of customers. In addition, most of them do not have standard employment contracts and other benefit from their employer. However, the rate of participation in the gig economy keep rising and somehow raise some confusion of the real factor people joining the gig economy. So, in this research, the researchers are keen to explore this objective. The first one is to determine the factors contributing to the gig economy. The second one to identify the advantages and disadvantages of the gig economy. And lastly, to determine the significant factors of the gig economy from the perspective of UiTM students. Pertaining the scope of study in this research, we have carried out a survey using the questionnaire which have been distributed to 50 respondents which come from business economics students from class of BA 2505A. We have adopted a simple random sampling in selecting the samples. The research regarding to this topic is hoped that it will benefit to the researchers of the study, people involved in the gig economy, government and policy makers, and educators and students.
My name is Aina Atiqah and I will proceed with the literature review for this study. In this part, an overview and the definition of the gig economy will be introduced as well as the relevant previous studies to generate basic knowledge and ideas on what are the general factors that contribute to the gig economy. The gig economy refers to the market in short-term, on-demand, occasional and typical task-based labor. This definition was based on the journal article entitled The Ethical Debate on in Gig Economy. In other words, gig economy is an economy that is based on flexible and temporary activities or freelance jobs that often involve communication with customers through an online platform. The display table shows the list summary of journal articles for monetary reward pertaining to the gig economy. One of them, according to the study done by Churchill and Craig on exploring the characteristic experience and motivations of men and women who secure work through digital platforms through quantitative survey data by using the high-square test of independence to examine the relationship between motivations and gender, it was found that the strongest factor for both men and women were related to income. Economic reason. The table on my right shows the list summary of journal articles for economic reasons that related to the gig economy. As for example of one of the journal articles, according to a study done by Stephanie, Don Sawyer and Ledon Virta, it was found that economic downturn due to the pandemic COVID-19, more people have taken up work in the gig economy in order to cover their lost income. This result of discussion was based on the data from Online Labour Index (OLI) and interview-based panel study of the freelancers workers in United States. For motivational factors, in this study, flexibility, social influence, interest and competence are considered as the motivational factors that relate to the gig economy. Okay, the table shows the summary of journal articles for motivational factors of the gig economy. Based on the table, we can see that according to the study done on determinants factors to become a gig worker in an online course through a survey-based research by referring to original sample or past coefficient value, t-statistic value and the p-value to analyze the hypothesis statement, interest and social influence were proven as determinant factors that influence people becoming gig workers in an online course. theoretical framework for this study. The displayed figure illustrated the relationship between the gig economy and the other three variables. On the left side, it shows the independent variables, which are the factors contributing to the gig economy. There are three factors that have been identified as the independent variables according to the previous studies, which are monetary reward, economic reasons, and motivational factors. On the right side, it shows the dependent variable, which is the gig economy.
My name is Irfan and I am going to proceed with chapter 3 of our research. This chapter will basically show our applied method for this research. The method starts from collecting the data from our respondent using questionnaire and implying all of the data obtained into the statistical package for the social science, or more known as SPSS. For the data collection technique, we are using a quantitative research method to conduct this study. To be exact, we distributed a set of questionnaire to the whole class of BA25058 to help us get a clear picture of our research. We designed the questionnaire into 5 parts, which are demographic profile, question on gig economy, monetary reward, economic reason, and lastly motivational factors. We use dichotomous alternative question, which requires students to choose one of the two alternatives, which is basically yes or no. Other than that, we also use Likert scale for the student to rank based on our question. For the population and sample size, the population for this study consists of UiTM student Puncak Alam that are taking business economic major, and the sample are taken from 50 of the students that are currently in their final year. For the data analysis technique, basically there are 4 different techniques used to analyze the data set using SPSS. The first one was by using SPSS to get descriptive statistic result. Next, we also use SPSS to gain result for reliability and correlation analysis. And lastly, we use SPSS software to gain the regression analysis. For the research hypothesis, we are able to come up with 3 different hypotheses regarding our topic. The first one is whether the monetary reward has no or positive relation to the gigs economy. The second one is whether the economic reason has no or positive relation to the gigs economy. And lastly, whether the motivational factor has no or positive relation to involvement in gig economy.
My name is Daniah and I'll proceed with chapter 4 of this study, which is the result and analysis. First, let me start with demographic profile. There are 6 parts in demographic section with a total of respondent of 50. First variable is age. From the table, it shows that 92% of respondents are between 22 to 24 years old. Another 8% from the age of 25 years old and above. Next, for the gender, there are 42% male and 58% female, which indicate that the majority of the respondents are female. In addition, based on the table for the variable highest level of education, we can see that the majority, 88% of respondents have degree level, and another 10% and 2% have diploma and master level respectively. As for the variable A4, which is have you ever worked in the gig economy, 44% of the respondents answer yes, which means they have work experience in gig economy. Another 56% answer no, which means that the 28 from the 50 respondents have no work experience in gig economy. As for the fifth part, what sort of job and tasks would you like to perform in the gig economy? 66 respondents said that they will perform as the online seller in the gig economy. 16% of the respondents say that they will perform as freelancer. Another 10% and 8% of the respondents will perform as the food rider and driver respectively. Last but not least, as for the sixth variable, are you currently doing this work? Based on the table, it shows that the majority, which is 68% of the respondent answer no, is previous work. Another 30% of the respondent answer yes as part-time, and the minority 2% of the respondent answer yes as full-time. Next, I will talk about a reliability analysis. So as I can summarize the table over there, overall each variable possesses less than 10 item or question. The Chroma alpha value for gig economy is 0.702 and monthly monetary reward is 0.653 can be accepted as the variable as control alpha value exceeds the standard control alpha. Next goes to economic reason is 0.819 and 0.856 for motivational factor, which indicated that the both variable are very good variable. Thus, the interval consistency reliability of the measure used in this study can be considered as good. This shows that the questioning in the research of the factor contributing in gig economy in the perspective of UiTM student are reliable and could generate consistent result each time the analysis has been done. Next, I will proceed with the correlation analysis for testing the null hypothesis. So I will go with the first hypothesis, which HO monetary reward doesn't have any relationship with gig economy. H1, there is a positive relationship between monetary reward and gig economy. So based on the table, it shows that the result, there is a moderate positive relationship between monetary reward and gig economy with the correlation value 0.780. Thus, HO is rejected. Next is hypothesis 2. HO economic reason doesn't have any relationship with the economy. H1, there is a positive relationship between economic reason and gig economy. Based on the table again, the result shows that there is a weak positive relationship between economic reason and gig economy with the correlation value 0.368. Just HO is rejected. Third hypothesis, HO motivational factor doesn't have any relationship with gig economy. H1, there is positive relationship between motivational factor and gig economy. Based on the table, the result shows that there is a moderate positive relationship between motivational factor and the gig economy in the correlation value 0.745. Thus, the HO is rejected.
My name is Analisa Atiqah. Now I will continue with the regression analysis. This is a summary of multiple regression analysis. As we can see, the p-value for f-test is less than the significant level 0.05. Thus, the regression analysis has a significant overall fit, which means that at least one of the independent variables has an influence on the dependent variable, the gig economy. The table also shows the standardized beta coefficient. The highest standardized beta coefficient among significant value is monetary reward 0.503, followed by motivational factor 0.414. Both monetary reward and motivational factor make a significant contribution to the prediction of the gig economy, as the significant values for both variables are less than 0.05. However, the significant value of economic reason is more than 0.05, which conclude that it does not make a significant contribution to the gig economy. As a conclusion, it seems that all the independent variables, which are monetary reward, economic reason, and motivational factors, are the factors contributing to the raise of gig economy based on the overall mean score. However, after running the regression analysis, it shows that monetary reward and motivational factors are statistically significant to the factors contributing to the gig economy, while economic reason shows otherwise. It means that monetary reward and motivational factors are the most crucial factors contributing to the gig economy, while the economic reason has the least contribution to the gig economy. Moreover, we found that 78.5% of the respondents are at least agree that gig workers have limited or no access to benefits and pensions. Although the gig worker having little or no benefits, there are still a lot of advantages that could be gained as a gig worker. 80.4% of the respondents are at least agree that gig economy job income could be primary source of income. Besides that, 90.2% of the respondents also agree that gig workers enjoy flexibility. There are several recommendations as a guideline to maximize the opportunity provided in the gig economy. Firstly, business owners should hire more workers among university students and raise the commission paid to the gig workers. Based on the findings, students perceive that monetary reward and motivational factors are the most crucial factors contributing to the gig economy. This indicates that they are not being selective in doing any task as a gig workers as long as they are getting paid. Next, recommendation for future research. Since the respondents are bounded only UiTM Burj Alam, we suggest expanding the population and sample size to other universities in order to get a better result. We also encourage future researchers to rerun the research whenever the COVID-19 pandemic has cured. This is important as respondent perspective might change due to the change of external factor of condition.
And that's all from us. Thank you for listening.